Greetings, Eric Bakker. Thanks for tuning in. I've got lots of questions today. These are questions from subscribers. Well, hopefully they're subscribers, because if you're not, subscribe, okay? Because if you subscribe, I'll give you some attention and check it out and answer some of your questions. So here is a question from a guy called Kurt Moz. That's a funny name, Kurt Moz or Kurt Moz. And let's have a look here. I'm having pains in my right ribs and back. Doctors suspect gallstones, but I haven't had a scan yet. I'm thinking of trying this for some relief as painkillers don't help. So Kurt's talking about the liver gallbladder flush. Do you use Epsom salts? Do you use Epsom salts or just lemon and olive oil? Thanks. Well, Kurt, first thing that I recommend that you do is probably go on a liver cleanse. Okay, so if you've got my book, please get my book if you haven't got it, because I talk about liver cleansing and then gallbladder flushing. So a gallbladder flush is best attempted after you basically change your diet for a few weeks to go on a lighter kind of diet, because it's not good to go from Coke and fries into a detox, okay? So because I don't know you or know what you're eating or drinking, my recommendation is to follow the instructions in the Candida Crusher book, is to clean up your act before you clean up your gallbladder. So the amount of people I see that, will drink 2 liters of Coca-Cola a day and they have deep fried food regularly or crap like that, well, they're just eating far too much junky food, often bad fats or sugars. The gallbladder doesn't like a diet high in sweet foods or high in the wrong kind of fats, because it's going to clog it up. Now, many people say that the liver and gallbladder flush is nonsense, that it's actually soapstones you're passing out. But this is actually untrue. This is false. I found some very good studies online that support the fact that when you do a liver gallbladder flush, you actually pass out real gallstones. I found an interesting study published in the British Medical Journal from 1985 that showed basically a doctor reported that he did flushing on patients, gallbladder flushing, and then took the stones to a lab, cut them open, and found that they were actually stones. They're actually a hard center. So if you pass out stones yourself, particularly the first time you do the flush, if you're game enough, get a colander or a screed or something, and then collect the stools and then clean them up, and then have a look at the stones that remain. I've actually seen some of these stones myself, so I know that this flush does actually really work. So it's not a load of junk like people will leave you to believe. So my recommendation is to go on a cleansing kind of diet for 2 weeks first. When you've done that, that's when you can start 1 or 2 days. You can prep your body even more by drinking apple juice and eating 2 or 3 green apples per day. I find this really works quite well. Rolled oats is fine for breakfast, but don't have burgers and fries or pizzas or stuff like that, if you're going to attempt to flush. And then basically all you do is follow my instructions on the liver gallbladder flush videos. It'll tell you exactly what to do there. I explain that in detail. So you need about 300 milliliters. So that's about a good cupful of olive oil and about a good cupful of lemon juice. And you'll mix those together and then put them in a container, one of those big tall, those coffee containers, and then pop a straw in there and then just sip that and drink that around about 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock. And then a nice thing to do is to have a bath, a warm bath to relax your body, and then go to bed. And then you'll wake up early in the morning and then poof, you'll make a beeline for the bathroom. So give me some feedback on that one. Don't be afraid to do the flush. Many people are afraid to do it, but don't have fear. It should work well with you. You don't need Epsom salts. Epsom salts is required if you're constipated. And if you are constipated, you should not attempt this flush. You've got to be pooping every day if you want to poop out gallstones, okay? So I would never ever recommend a gallbladder flush if you're pooping less than once per day. You've got to get that working first, or you could end up with a lot of pain and discomfort. So give that a go and see how that goes for you, Kurt, and then get back to me. Thanks for the question.